Welcome back, welcome back, welcome back. This is the Just Lord Sports Show. I want to thank everybody for tuning in, and you are welcome. Don't forget to check us out every Friday night, 8 p.m. Anchor FM, Spotify, Google, Apple Podcasts, wherever you get your podcast. Major League Baseball, fair or foul. Got Dr. Producer on the one and two in Studio 5, DJ King Dre, the Juice Man, M Greasy the Don, and TV Poe Man on the side. So we're going to kick this thing on off, and we're going to jump right on into it. Major League Baseball, the steroid era. I'm pretty sure everybody remembers Mark McGwire, Sammy Sosa, Rafael Palmeiro, Barry Bonds, Roger Clemens, all those players that get caught up with that era. Scandal and the Juice era for the home run record falls. Then King Dre brought up some interesting points in the meeting. So we're going to go ahead and let King Dre kick this thing on off and see what he got to say about it. I'm very interested to see what he got going down.
Yes, sir, man. What's up, everybody that's listening, tuned in, man, wherever you are, at your desk, wherever you at, man. I just know this. Baseball is foul. Foul as you know what. Fouler than the doo-doo that come out of cow booty. They foul, man. When you take into consideration that the home run race did for Major League Baseball, it put them back on the map, man. They're essentially about to be wiped out, bro.
Facts.
Baseball was going to be non-existent or little to nothing had that home run stuff not come in and saved them. So it's like, how do you on one hand turn the blind eye to what's going on and be like, you're comfortable with like, all right, we know something could be going on with these players, but you know what? For the greater good of the sport, we'll just let it pass. We'll let it slide, and we'll let all this stuff go on.
Okay.
And then once they got the ratings and the numbers back up, it was kind of like, you know what? We don't need them anymore. Go get them. Full throttle. It's like a full assault on the guys that basically saved your sport.
Okay.
And that's crap. That is crap. Brand, shield, whatever you want to call it. That's crap all the way around. And then not to mention this, they just let Big Papi in, right?
Right.
He just got in, right? Did he or did he not get caught cheating?
He did.
So if he got caught cheating and y'all let him in, I'm sorry. How do you let how's the all-time home run king not in?
Okay. I feel you. Do you think it's a little, well, you can't say racist. I mean, he's Dominican. His skin is darker than Bob's, but
I'll say this. I feel like they used Barry Bonds wasn't a people person. He wasn't a media guy.
Okay.
So him not being friendly with the media and things of that nature could play a part. But at the end of the day, it's kind of like I'll use this analogy. I'm gonna use football for just a second. I know it's a little different.
Okay.
But do you all believe that Terrell Owens was not a first ballot Hall of Famer? We're talking about a guy who was behind Jerry Rice. When you're a guy behind Jerry Rice, that speaks a whole lot of volume. Mm-hmm. Yet, we're going to make him wait. You're crazy. Why'd they make him wait? His everything that had nothing to do with football. Off the field, whatever. Anything but football is why they made him wait. You don't make a guy that's number 2 behind Jerry Rice, the greatest wide receiver of all time, and you make him wait? That's crazy. That's ridiculous. So baseball is kind of the same thing. They're punishing a guy for not being a media guy. This has nothing to do with it. What did he do on the field? His gameplay. And let's say, all right, he did use steroids. Let's say that. Let's take this into consideration. You can be big and you can be strong, but if you don't have the eye and hand coordination, you ain't gonna hit the ball. You can't see the ball. You got to see the ball to hit the ball. So you make it make sense. I can have all the muscles in the world, but if I can't see the ball to hit the ball, what good does it do me? So you have to have some kind of hand-eye coordination. And also, let me add this. These guys that we're talking about, I have to go back and really, really look at Sammy Sosa's numbers to see if he would have been Hall of Famer before the steroid allegations. But everybody else, they were already Hall of Famers regardless. So it's not like they needed any steroids to make them a Hall of Famer because they were already Hall of Famers. What y'all think, man? The floor is yours.
Well, the one thing I what I want to add is, I was digging into the numbers, between Barry Bonds, Sammy Sosa, Mark McGuire, um, and what I found is that Barry Bonds was consistently great at hitting the ball. I mean, pretty much coming out of the gate. Um, like his first year, 1986, he uh, had 16 home runs, and then he went up to 25. And then as his career progressed, his numbers just kept going higher and higher. But then when you turn around and I look at Sammy Sosa's numbers, I mean, from 1989 to 1992, I mean, he wasn't really knocking them out of the park. And his career got better as the years went by. And so, just looking at the numbers, it just seems like, as far as Sammy Sosa's numbers are concerned, like they went from 1992, he had 8 home runs, and then the next year it went to 33. So like that, I
Jeez,
mean, that's a huge jump.
it is.
But
But
as far as Barry Bonds goes, he was consistently great. So I mean, if anybody use any performance enhancing drugs, I would think it would be Sosa because of his huge jump. I don't know.
you see, that sounds really logical because you do see
Uh,
that's a humongous jump from 8 to 33. But
right.
I'll go back to the hand and eye coordination. If you
Hmm.
can't see the ball, you can't hit the ball. So he can be as strong as he wants to be. But if he can't see the
Right.
ball, he'll never hit it. So what I
Hmm.
will say is it looks like the steroids may have helped him with his power
Okay.
and where balls he were hitting that were maybe I don't know, infield doubles or maybe triples or close to home runs now have become home runs. Because okay, I can
Right.
see the ball, I can hit the ball, but I'm not as strong. So,
Hmm.
you could maybe say that the steroid did help him just because of his inconsistencies in the very beginning.
Right. Right.
But I still think baseball is foul for using those guys and then
Hmm.
sicking the dogs on them, and then now they want to eliminate them from their history, which we all know MLB is a very historic sport, man. They're rich on history, and this is a part of their history, whether they like it or not. And they need to let those guys in, man. Regardless, they need to let them in. It's their
I mean,
history.
what is it gonna hurt to let to? I mean, like you said, if it wasn't for this era of baseball, I mean, baseball is already a less popular sport, and I think a lot of people don't really. I mean, this is what people remember. At least for someone who didn't really follow baseball that much, I remember the home run race between Sammy Sosa and McGuire. So I
Well, at the
mean,
end of the day,
they
nobody
should let them
cares.
in.
No, nobody cares. Mark McGuire, Sammy Sosa, Barry Bonds, Rafael Palmeiro, Roger Clemens, like let him in. It's
I
just it's
got
just
you.
needed. It's needed. That history needs to be put in
Yeah.
there and does not need to be eliminated. I mean, that's almost like the elimination of Reggie Bush's Heisman. Isn't that doesn't that sound silly? When you get to when Reggie won the Heisman is blank.
Hmm. Hmm.
That's like dumb as hell. Like we know
Yep.
who Reggie Bush was. I don't care how much money you gave the man or how much money he took. That didn't make him play any better. Oh, I got $100 million. I'm gonna run faster now. I'm gonna run stronger. He was already doing that before the money came. That
Right.
money had nothing to do with him playing. He was already that good until he played
Yeah.
Texas. You know what I'm saying? You feel me?
Yeah.
Y'all know what it is. Horns up. But just MLB, man. It's foul, man. It's really foul. It stinks. It's not cool. It's time to get these old dudes up out of here. It's time to get
Right.
them up out of there, man. Get some younger blood up in there and let this thing, be what it's gonna be, man.
I
That's
mean,
just what.
all of their exploits brought people to the stands. I mean, people came to those games because they wanted to see if how many times Barry Bonds was going to knock it out of the park. Same way with McGuire and Sosa. I
Exactly.
mean,
So they benefited.
That brought excitement. Yeah, that brought excitement to the game.
You can't benefit on one hand and then shun them on on the other hand. It's like, uh-oh, it's a scandal. Oh, let's tuck tail and run. Well, no, you already knew what was going on in the beginning. I mean, you had an assumption. Nobody was dumb, nobody was stupid, but who cares? It brought the game back to life. A game that was slowly losing. It was about to really
Right.
be America's pastime for real. But
Yeah.
that's just how it is, And every now and then Doc likes to throw out that, they got a shield to protect, they got a brand to protect. I don't know about that one, man. They to me, hey, just the fact that they actually allowed it to happen.
Yeah.
They allowed it to happen. So they decided they weren't going to protect the shield then. But now
Right.
they're going to protect it afterwards. That's
Right.
foul. Like
It
if a
is.
player was doing this in some way, form, or fashion, they would deem him as a foul player and they would suspend him for being foul. This is the MLB being
Right.
foul. This is the MLB robbing people.
Yeah. Hey, let me ask you this: did Barry Bonds, did he ever like deny deny any of the allegations of him
He
taking?
denied he denied everything, and
Yeah.
I do not recall or have I ever seen anything that said Barry Bonds tested positive for performance enhancing drugs. Steroids. My bad. I think he
Right.
did test positive for an illegal substance, but in baseball, anything could be illegal. You could have too much branch chain amino acids or something, and that could have you, fail a drug test. But as far
Mm,
as steroids, I don't think anything he's linked to anything that was positive about steroids. And I think a lot of
right.
people I think he perjured himself some kind of way, or it's, if I remember correctly, something about perjury. But there was I haven't seen anything that says Barry Bonds tested positive for steroids. Period.
Okay.
It just didn't like the guy because he was an ass. But at the end of the day,
Yeah.
this is a part of baseball's history. They need to let this part of baseball in and call it a day, man. Just
Call
get
it a
over it.
day.
Just get over it, man. Let it go. And yeah,
Right.
that's it, man.
Hmm.
But I tell
Man.
you what, man. It's definitely a dawn of a new day. Like I said, we need to get some new young meat in there, some new fresh blood up in there. Because I think Pete Rose need to get in, man. It's like he bet on baseball. True, okay, it was 100,000 years ago. He didn't bet on his
Mhm.
team. He bet on another team. Like, come on, man.
Right. What exactly was he betting? Like, was he just betting on like the outcome of games for a particular team, or
A man was
I
trying to get
don't
that.
remember
He,
the
yeah, yeah.
circumstances.
He was trying to get that money, man. That's just the end of the day. He bet on the outcome of a game. He don't have any control over the game. It's not even his team playing. I would feel more hard pressed if it was, you know, um, his team. Something he actually
Right.
had control over. He could go out there and, you know, strike out on purpose, or
Right.
just do whatever. He has control now because he can make his own, call his own shots.
Yeah. I don't understand what what the harm is if it's not affecting his play and his team. Like, why such a uproar about it? Um. Yeah, I don't get that. I mean.
Yeah, it's definitely bad, man. And we could go on and on about all the crap that's happened in baseball, but we be here all night. I definitely want to
Yeah.
say that MLB is foul,
Right.
for using those guys to make money and to bring the sport back to life, and then
Hmm.
turning on them. When the good got good for baseball, they turned their backs on them and they left them hanging, man. It's like a friend stabbing you in the back, man. And I know it's a business,
Yeah.
but good lord, that's a very shady business right there, and that was real shady. How
Hmm.
MLB acted, man. You with me or you against me? Foul or fair,
I,
Juice? Let me get it.
I mean, from everything you said, I agree. I mean, like I was saying before, like, um, people came to those games to see, guys like Barry Bonds, Mark McGuire. Sammy Sosa. They wanted to see them kill the ball, knock it out of the ballpark.
Or hey,
And
don't forget about Roger Clemens and Palmeiro.
oh yeah, and Roger Clemens. Yeah. I mean,
If Roger's throwing the ball 109 miles an hour, it's kind of hard to
everybody wanted
hit.
to see that. Yeah,
That's
everybody
kind of
wanted to
hard to
see
hit.
that. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
Right.
buddy. Yes, sir.
So
Yeah, man.
I don't know. I feel like if they really had a problem with it, they could have stopped it, you know, while they were playing instead of
They
waiting
could
until
have
their
stopped
careers
before
are
it got
over.
started.
Yeah. I mean, I don't know.
And
I feel like it's kind of hypocritical. You know what I'm saying?
very hypocritical. There you go, Juice. Hit them with the the hypocritical. They hypocrites. Baseball, y'all are hypocrites for using
Yeah.
these guys and then not letting them in the hall, man. I tell you what, though, man, I'm glad y'all locked in and loaded with us, man. This is just a Just Noise Sports Show, man. Check us out, man. Anytime on Friday nights. We might drop some stuff on Saturday, Sunday, Monday. You never know, man. Just stay tuned. Hit the like, share, subscribe button, man. It's Just Noise Sports Show. Coming to you
Sir.
live, man. Good night.
Good night.